Although as society changes, people have more freedom to push who they want to be, masculinity shifts. Clothes stop dictating your sexuality, your gender, and even your levels of masculinity. And the fluidity between femininity and masculinity almost become one. The word itself is now so broad that the only place to find it is oneself. From someone who has fought the battle of masculinity and identity, all I can recommend is, if you're comfortable in yourself or in the process of finding that, then you are masculine. You are anything you want to be. And if you want to smile, you can, and if you cry, that is okay. I'm still learning that for myself. But if I can inspire the reader of this, then that is enough for me. As a apprentice dancer with the Ballet Boys company, working on a show called Deluxe, which is a split of two pieces, one called Ripple and one Bradley 418. We were brought into the process as an apprentice, so I've been working as an apprentice role and understudying one dancer specifically for each piece, but also knowing other parts to be able to just have that information as well. Bradley 14 is a piece which is about an individual who struggles with like identity and having multiple different identities, and it's all about, it's called 418 because that's when he wakes up in the middle of the night, and that's when he's wondering what's going on. Ripple is about energy and looking at how that kind of energy is moved through a piece, and focuses on a much more fluid movement and visual effect of spacing and quality. What does masculinity mean to you?
What does masculinity mean to me? I think the thing I'm learning more is that the definition of these kinds of words to do with gender, I think their definition evolves as time goes on. And I think the definition of masculinity at the minute is beginning to have a more fluid idea in terms of both feminine energy and also, we've got the whole thing to do with like sexual orientation and gay, straight, bi, and I think there's lots of different ways of being masculine. I enjoy that. I don't think it has a fixed idea, and I think it means something different to everyone.
Masculinity to me means being in touch with your emotions and being able to express them openly, freely, without guilt.
I think that society thinks that masculinity is quite a brash individual. If they were an individual, it would be quite brash, standoffish, proud, unapologetic, and just powerful in every sense of the word.
Right, so you're going to talk to me about Sue.
Okay.
So, what do you think about when you think about masculinity?
Manly men, and also like the toxic masculinity and the opposite to femininity. So it's hair, like beard, hairy chests.
I think it's being comfortable in what your own identity is as a man. I think it's being kind to others and not afraid to show your true self in terms of whatever. Masculinity is whatever it means to you. Someone who has the values of, to me at least, the values of like care and consideration, of wanting to push themselves and maybe what they want to achieve, and they're driven, but not at the expense of genuinity.
I don't notice masculinity, but I notice the lack of female energy.
No, I don't notice masculinity, but that might just be because my perspective on that is quite broad, and I don't feel like masculinity for me is a box that anyone can tick. There are obviously certain traits that society and I assign to masculinity, but even if they were present, I wouldn't necessarily look at that and go, that's masculinity.
If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat these two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken, and stoop and build them up with the worn out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it on one turn or pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on where there is nothing in you, except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, or none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with a 60 seconds worth of a distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be the man, my son, be the man, my son, be the man, my son, be the man, my son. One more trip around the sun, one more strip down for the fun, one more comfortable moment, one more second I wish I owned it. Break the cycle, it spins so reckless, a crush knocks my orbit but no less I stop for a second, I'm in too deep in a process, I'm gonna flop. One more moment of silence, one more discussion like a conference, one more hostile situation, the last time we'll be in that confrontation. As the tornado of thought hits my brain, I pause. I never normally stop like this, whatever the cause. Another cycle of the sun got me tapped. The rarity of my life is vaguely mapped. Another fickle relationship, I'm mad, a sickle of time where every step up you mind the gap. Break the constructs, the feeble progression of social injustice I don't understand in session. But I still stand in life I mention. Too tired of the fighting in life. The fighting on my head is enough of a strife. Fighting for this but fighting for what? Fighting all the time, keeping the things I've got and the things I still have not. There's one way or another I will accept. One day or the next will always cycle and reflect. One fray from losing my thread. One grey sky away from a summer med. A sunbed of breeze to which I sneeze the pollen of a flower, graced by the sun-tipped power of a floral shower. Please stop and listen and devour. This life begins to feel fickle and authentic. Lies on a screen, constant refresh on automatic. Lies for a social stature, hiding yourself because someone hasn't appreciated your true character. Between the lines it's an education, though I've learnt what my brain was creating. Stop, look and listen, the world and topics will speed up and become efficient. I'm blown by the wind as I unwind. The progression that formed in my mind is hard to find. I've access a little disorientated, kinda wish I'd negotiated. Kinda wishing I stayed third person. Or no person at all. Cause I'm saying this to you in person. I'm lost in how I want to create, what I want my name to be when they talk of me as late. A long gone kid who's still trying to find it, take a step back like they all do, I wouldn't mind it. One more time still the audio limelight. One more rhyme I wallow but don't fight, sitting complacent. For a split second I'm covered by my replacement. Now back to the life, living the best. Moments with the right components. You can never stop the ocean of progression for me or for life. It's too bad to be lost in this instance. This is my therapy. And this is my my injection to the world.